Who wants a rice ball when you can have a loaf? Similar to an Italian arancini rice ball, stuffed with meat and cheeses. This idea is going to work perfectly. But first, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified when I create a new video. Like and share this video, it really helps out the channel. Now let's get into the recipe. This was a steamed or boiled rice from last night. So I'm just going to season it a little bit of salt, not too much because we're going to have plenty of flavors going in there. A little bit of black pepper, again, not too much. There's plenty of flavors going on here. And I'm going to use a little dry Italian seasoning. Okay, like that. So I'm just going to fluff it up a little bit just to loosen it. Get it all mixed in there so it doesn't all fall in one place. Now I've grated up some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, and just going to sprinkle about half of this in here because there is a lot of rice, and rice, you know, it's kind of bland, so you want to add as much flavor as possible. And this is Romano, which I've also shredded. Get that in there too. And that tends to be a little salty, so keep that in mind not to overdo that part. All right. Move that around, get it all mixed up. I made an arancini rice ball video a while ago. I'll post it up somewhere up here so you can take a look at that. It'll also be in the links below. We've got some cornstarch into a slurry, basically a tablespoon of cornstarch with a little bit of water. I'm not going to use it all because the rice is starchy enough, but this will help bind everything together. Give it a nice crust. I've got 2 eggs here. The egg, again, is going to act as a binder. That's going to help get everything together. So I'm just going to break these up. Just going to get that in here like that. And I'm just going to mix it up here. Okay, and that's going to help make it nice and sticky and tacky. And I'm just going to add a little bit of Italian breadcrumbs, again, just to give it a nice crust. All right, so I'm just mixing this up so it all gets incorporated. I've got some melted butter to help it release. You know, now you can use a parchment paper if you like. I think the butter will help on that. We're going to find out, but should help. So I'm just buttering all the edges, give it nice flavor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of the Italian seasoned breadcrumbs into it. Okay. So just gonna get it on the sides here. Okay. Just so everything gets nicely coated. And that'll help give it that crunch on the outside too. So get all the edges here. I think we're ready to start making this rice loaf casserole. I'm going to get the rice up here, and I'm going to start spooning it on the inside here just to fill it up. We want to press it up against the sides, give us a nice kind of open area in the middle, because that's where all the stuffing and cheeses are going to go. And I'm just going to use my hands here just to kind of press it in. Now these are fresh mozzarella balls, which I kind of diced up. They were already seasoned in some Italian season and some oil. So we're just going to put some of this on the bottom layer. This is the large shred mozzarella, and I'm mixing it because one is a drier and the other one is a little bit more moist. So it'll keep it from getting too soupy in there. It'll also help it melt better. All right, a little bit of Parmigiano and some Romano cheese too. Okay. The meat stuffing that we had, the beef with the onions and garlic and peas and carrots. So we're gonna spoon that in. You want to make sure that that's cold. If it's too hot, it might soup through, kind of leak through all your rice. So I'm just going to pack that in there, and you want to kind of be pretty firm with it. You want to push it down, so that'll help flatten out the base. All right. And I'm going to use some more of this dry mozzarella on top because we don't want too much moisture. And for the finishing part, I'm going to add some more rice to the top to kind of fill in and to make it nice and solid. Okay, you're going to press it in nice and tight. Nice, so you don't want any gaps in there. That's why I'm pressing it a little bit extra here. Okay, and this was about 2 cups of rice too, so there's a little bit left over. Maybe I'll just make a rice ball here. All right, so now I'm just going to add some more breading to the top, a little bit more breadcrumb to the top. This will help give the top, which will be the bottom when we pull it out, a nice crust. So the top I'm just going to cover with some aluminum foil here. I'm going to brush it with a little bit of butter so it doesn't stick. So we can pull it off a little easier. All right, so now it's all buttered up. Get it covered. Like that. I'm going to get this into my Kalorik air fry oven. I'm going to cook it at 375 for about a half hour until it starts really cooking on the inside because we want to make sure the cheese melts. Then I'm going to remove the cover and cook it for an additional 5 to 10 minutes to get it nice and crusty on the top. All right, so you can see cheese is all nice and melted. The meat's just kind of oozing out. Delicious. So I'm just going to cut it a piece here, cut a slab of it. Okay. Got to cut through that crust. You can hear that crust. Okay. I'll grab a fork. And it's still steaming. You can see the steam here. So let's just grab some of that. And these are similar to the rice balls, the Italian arancini, so it kind of holds together the same way. And it tastes just as good. And I left some of that marinara sauce that I had left over. I just put some of that over the top, some more of that grated cheese, some Parmesan Romano on the top. We're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this version of an arancini casserole loaf. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see my arancini video, I'll link that down below. I'll put it here in one of these videos here. Go ahead and give me some likes, some shares, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, hit that bell so you get notified, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.